afternoon guys, I hope everyone is doing great and I'm back with a new video. So as you know, there's a nationwide lockdown and you can't go out, so I can't really record a motor vlog right now. So I thought of addressing three main questions which some people may have in mind. So let's cut to the chase and go on with these three questions. So the three questions that I'm going to address is, why did I buy or choose Himalayan as my first bike? The second question is going to be, should you buy a Himalayan for yourself? The best finance options you will get. And the third question will be, if not the Himalayan, then what bike should you choose? So I'm going to address these three questions very quickly. So let's cut to the chase. So to answer your first question, why did I choose my first bike as a Royal Enfield Himalayan 2020? From the beginning, I've been, as every average Indian kid, I've been a fan of Royal Enfield, and I think that it has got a history and it's one of the greatest motorcycling brands. So I've ridden the Thunderbirds and the Classics, but I feel that performance-wise they are not as great as they should be, but they have got characteristic and they have like a huge history. That's why you get to see so much of Thunderbirds and the Classics. But why I chose Himalayan? Because it's a really great bike. So it's termed as an adventure tourer, but it can really be a commuter bike because it is very comfortable. I know that it's heavy, it weighs around 200 kgs, and it's actually heavier than the previous version, which is the BS4 version, by 5 kgs. But still, if you are in motion, then you don't feel the weight basically of any motorcycle. That's my idea of riding a motorcycle in the city. I took it to work every day, obviously before the lockdown, and also I went on for 2 or 3 rides, one of which I recorded actually, and I think it's a really great bike. The story behind why did I choose Royal Enfield Himalayan as my first bike was, I learned how to ride just 1 year back, and I used to ride on 150-200 cc's. Then I started renting out motorcycles which were mostly Royal Enfields, and they were around 350 cc's, which were the Classics and the Thunderbirds. But as you all know, with the Classics and the Thunderbirds, there is a lot of vibration, and I couldn't stand it for more than 2 or 3 hours. I didn't want those bikes, so obviously my eyes went out to Himalayan. So I rode out my friend's bike. He owns a Himalayan BS4, and then I rented a Himalayan BS4. I rode that bike 3 or 4 times and I really loved it. It's very comfortable, and it's great to ride in the city and obviously the highways as well. It can tackle any bumps or any potholes, and it can ride smoothly on highways as well. So for my first bike, I was looking for a mixture of all these three things, which is a great commuter, a great adventure tourer, and an engine which has got more displacement. So I didn't really go for lower displacement bikes such as the 150, 200, 250 cc's bike, because I've heard many of the people owning these machines that once you get to learn and once you get to ride these bikes, get to know how to ride these bikes, then after a few months you get bored because the power delivery, the speed, and basically everything is very low end, because it's a commuter bike, it's a city bike, so you don't really expect to go on adventures with these bikes. So that's why I went for the Himalayan, a perfect mixture between 300 to 500 cc, which I get in Himalayan, which is the 411cc engine. It has got a single cylinder, and the power delivery is comparatively less, but I think it worked for me. That's why I went for the Himalayan, and I'm really enjoying it. To address the second question, should you buy a Himalayan 2020, the BS6 version? I say of course. If you're looking for a mixture, as I was looking, a commuter plus adventure tourer, etc., then do go for the Himalayan 2020. If you're looking for speed, if you're looking for power delivery, if you're looking for, I say, torque or high engine revs and all that, etc., so I say don't go for the Himalayan, because it's not made for that. It's basically a beginner adventure bike. You should not expect speed from this machine, rather you should expect comfort and good off-road and on-road riding capabilities. So if you're really looking for speed and torque and all that, etc., then I say go for the KTMs. But if you're looking for great adventure touring and a great city commuter, and if you can handle heavy bikes, so I say definitely go for the BS6 version, and go for the new colors, which is the gravel grey or the rock red, because it distinguishes your BS6 model from the BS4, and these colors do look great. I have seen them live and I personally like these two colors. The gravel grey is more favorite because it's, first of all, it's grey and it's a neutral color, and I like it very much. So you can go for these colors. And talking about the finance, why you should choose this bike is because at this price, that is the on-road price of 2,31,000 in Mumbai, you won't get such a bike at such a price. You can get the KTM 390 Adventure obviously, but it's 1 lakh expensive than the Himalayan. You can also get the BMW 310 GS. But again, looking at the maintenance cost and the cost of a bike, it's really a no-brainer that the Himalayan beats these bikes. You can't compare the Himalayan with the 390 Adventure or the 310 GS because obviously the displacement of the engine is same, but comparing the price points, these bikes aren't the same. So if you have 1 lakh more to spend, then obviously go for the KTM 390 Adventure. So the finance option I availed was that of a loan, and I made a payment of 1 lakh as the down payment, and I took a loan of 36 months. The monthly EMI cost me around 5,100, which is not that much actually. So for a bike which costs around 2,31,000, you're just paying 5,100 monthly. So that's a really great deal, and you can own this bike obviously. So to address the question finally, that with great finance option, with a great price point, and with a great package of a deal in regards to performance and handling and comfort, I think the Himalayan is the great package. So you can look for Himalayan as your first bike, or maybe even your second or third bike if you want to buy adventure tourer or beginner adventure tourer. So to address the third question, if not the Himalayan, if you're bored of the Royal Enfields, or if you don't want to go with the Royal Enfield brand, which other bike you can choose? So the obvious answer to this question is the KTM 390 Adventure, because obviously it's 1 lakh expensive than the Himalayan, but the bike is loaded with features, and I must say KTM has done a great job making this bike. It's a 390cc engine. It has got great power delivery. The off-roading capabilities are awesome, and also it has got a quick shifter. So it's loaded with features, and at that price point you can't get any better bike. So the KTM 390 obviously is the other option. Also the looks of the bikes are really great. I've seen the bike live, and I think there's no other bike that can compete with the looks of that motorcycle. So I would say don't go for the 310 GS, because if you have money to spend, obviously go for the 310 GS. But if you're going for 310 GS, you should have in mind that it belongs to the brand of BMW. So obviously the maintenance costs are going to be on the higher side. So rather you go for the KTMs, which will have a lower maintenance cost, and you get features more than that. Also, the other options you can look for is the Bajaj Dominar 400. I think it's really great bike. It's not really an adventure bike, but I can say it's a mix of adventure and a naked bike. If you're looking for speed and all that, etc., it's really great. So these two options I can refer to if you're not going for the Royal Enfield Himalayan. So I think these two options you can look for. Also, if you are looking for another segment completely, which is the naked bike, so I think the KTM 390 Duke is another great option, the new BS6 version, because again it has got quick shifter for upshifts and downshifts as well. So that's a really great bike, I think, according to me. So you can go for that as well. So finally, I hope this brings an end to today's video, and I hope that you like such type of content. If you want to see more of these videos as well, drop your suggestions in the comment box, and I might make more of such videos in this lockdown. Other than that, thank you guys for watching, and please do like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel. Other than that, I hope that we get to ride as soon as possible, and I think until then we should stay at our home and be safe. Thank you guys.